Hello. In this video, I will show you how to manage the thematic categories in Skimle. The first thing is that once you have done your analysis, you get this hierarchy of categories that structures your data in a specific way. But you might not be happy with that because that's not how you want to organize your data. Maybe it's not highlighting the things that you really want to highlight. First thing you can always do is add a new analysis. So here I'm choosing project analysis, and I want to know what the experiences with public services are. So I add my own insight type, experiences with public services. And I can put some general instructions, and I can put some instructions on how to create the categories. Maybe I want to organize them based on the sentiments, so like negative, neutral, and positive experiences, or I might want to organize it based on the type of service. Organize observations based on the type of service discussed. It doesn't really matter exactly how you prompt this. The AI is pretty good at interpreting what you want. Now I have added this and I just start the analysis. It will take a while, but we can do other things while it's running on the background. Whenever you are looking at these categories, you can see how many documents have insights related to this category and what the insights are. We have some interesting and typical quotes as well, and a summary of every single document with insights in the category. Oops, what happened there? So in job stability and financial security, for example, we have two documents. And then here you can see a summary of what each of these documents says about the specific team. We can delete the category easily by clicking the category icon here and the trash can. That is often not the best approach because it also deletes all the insights in that category. A better way to manage categories is to use our merge categories view. Here I can, for example, look at the health conditions and healthcare access. This shows the categories I have. If you click a category, you see which documents contain that. If you click a number of categories, you can see that there are 3 documents that have insights from each of these categories. You can merge categories by choosing them and clicking merge categories. It creates you a suggestion what the merge category could be called. However, you can also remove and reassign categories, which actually removes the category and reassigns the insights. So let's say that I don't need this category. I feel that there are too many categories. What Skimle does is that it lists you all the insights in that category, and it suggests what is the best matching category where you could move these insights. So this is really not a good fit, so I'm gonna put it in miscellaneous. These other ones, this is not a good fit, but this is actually a good fit. So healthcare system crisis affects disabled and elderly. That's actually close to what the insurance coverage and financial access category already has. Okay, I can of course also just click remove and resign and go to the insights later on. And as you can see now, we have one fewer category. In some cases, people really want to cut down the number of categories, so we also created the trim categories function, which basically removes and reassigns a certain number of categories, starting with the most disposable one. So this is like a super quick way to combine things if you just feel that you would rather have a smaller number of categories to manage. All right, let's see what is the status of our new analysis. It has already been run. Sometimes or often you need to manually refresh the browser to get new data that has been generated, but as you can see, the experiences with public services are here, and they have been organized based on the type of service as I asked, and there are quite a few of them. So if I go to the merge categories view, I can see that, wow, there's a lot of stuff. And by the way, the bigger the circle, the more insights it has. And the darker the circle, the closer the insights are in content to each other. We can see that these three categories, healthcare services, public facilities, community support organizations, are very close to one another. I guess the community support is somewhat different, so I'm just going to merge these two. Public services and infrastructure, that makes sense. And maybe education. Yeah, I mean, these categories are in a way needed because they look at the different things. All right. So this has been a brief introduction how you can manage the categories. And hopefully this will be useful for you. We want to help you get a strong sense of what your data contains and help you draw conclusions that cut across your documents or reports. This is a very small project with just a handful of interviews, but when you get to 50 or even 100 interviews or reports, the benefits of categories and this kind of category organization really start to shine, because you can look at quite specific topics and what are the conflicting or converging views that different documents provide on that specific topic. Okay, thank you very much, and hopefully you enjoyed the video.